I think I got my microphone working now. Welcome to No Man's Land. This is my most intricate build so far. It's the one I've done the most on. I'll just turn this guy around. We're putting a cattle farm down here. I don't have a cattle farm on this one as yet, so I'm just filling this in. I'm going to have corn for silage off this field, and this will be grass. And these fields need to be done. This is a grass field, it's ready, but I've got nothing else in here. Gonna have a quick little fly around. We'll start at the shop, I guess. You guys probably know this build by now. Who's that crazy lady again? For those who've been watching the last few episodes, here we are at the shop, and that's that big grass field to the left. It's the one I've put all footpaths. I've got all street signs up, got gutters, got a national park in there, which I've thinned it out now, so you can actually come in and the lag's gone. So I just had too many trees in here. I stopped building this one for a while. It was just way too much lag, but it's come back reasonably good. It's one with the equestrian centre, and this is the main street. You probably know this now from the service station and the McFushis. This is episode 10. So yeah, I got all the line markings, all the gutters, all the street signs, everything's here. I've got more residential here than what I have on the other builds. I've got some traffic lights here and there, but just sporadically put down just a little bit of extra light at night time, because it gets quite dark on No Man's Land, especially in the winter months. So yeah, it's probably one of the most perfect builds I've done, with all the blending in, all the decorations, all the trees, all the waterways I've put in, the forestry up the back there. This is where we hit the country now, so what I wanted to do was just have it realistic, as in having a main street that when you come into town, you hit the paved roads, and a little bit of rural just as you come into town. So we've got it all the asphalt down, and all the line markings and the gutters. It's all the town area and the town centre and the town swimming pool. A few blocks of units over here. Quite a few people live here. The houses, little community here, and then we start to branch off into rural just behind the back streets here. And we've also got people to come straight into town from up that way, and they come in, and we host the event once a year for the equestrian. So yeah, a couple of houses here as well, and the national park obviously just behind me, just in there, which I've thinned out. There was too many trees, causing so much lag, but it's all come together now. It's no lag now, and yeah, it's coming pretty good. So once you hit this back street, I mean, you've only got this street, and you got Main Street, which is this one, and then you've got a residential street down to the right, and the community centre, which is just here. It's also police and fire brigade in there. So it's not a very big town centre, but it's quite rural. So that's why, as we go out this way, we've got the dirt roads here breaking the boundary between the main road, tar, and the rural roads. we're just going to have a look down that way. I've got a lot of decorating and that to do here yet, like heaps of it. But yeah, we come up here, all that's going to be all rural, all the way as far as the eye can see, but it's slowly chipping away. It's all a legit build, no cheated in money, it's just been full working. If we come up here, we'll get ourselves, instead of going into town when we're out in the back, come across this bridge. I extended the river out here, no man's land. A little bit more to do on the river banks to make it look better. You come through here, as I cut it through and smoothed it out, I've left it a little bit cliffy, so I want to do a little bit of detailing on some of this as well. Not today though, it takes a lot of patience to do that stuff. And that'll hook me up to where the cattle farm's going to go, which is going to be up here in this area. And I'll be using probably this area where I am now for the cattle, this piece here. And gonna have a little vineyard here as well, extend that vineyard. And we go up here, it's just all dirt roads, rural roads. I'm going to put I'm going to make these roads look a lot more realistic. Just in here, it's going to be, I'm going to turn this into a mine, because you can do gold mining on this map. So I'm going to turn this into a gold mine and cut a channel through here, make a bridge go over this way. It just make it sort of look pretty cool, you know. And as I said, that's going to take us down to the cattle and the cows, and this is just going to be all rural. Now I haven't got any further up yet, but this is going to hook up along here, along this ledge, and I'll get some country sales points across the map up this way, so I'm not just going into town. And then we can hook the road up through here as well, and this is where I'm going to put the pigs. I actually was going to start doing a couple of little fields here. I decided to hold against it at the moment, but yeah, I extended the pond here at no man's land and brought it out here, bridged across down for this area down here. I've got to get some flashy lights and that put in here yet, some warning signs. And then there's that bridge we just went across. There's also a dirt trail that runs us down into town, so there's a lot of access, but got lots of fencing to do, and just to get it really, you know, realistic looking. And up here I've just cut a little bit of a road and decided, instead of going down there, I'll hook around here, use this ledge bit. It's a little bit fun to drive across through here, a bit bouncy and bumpy. Pretty cool though. So yeah, loads of trees. Where am I? Ah, that's what we'll do. So yeah, as you can see, they're all real gutters. They've all got collisions on them and stuff, so if you go up or down them, you take a good hit like this. Sort of knocks you about a bit. I'm just dropping in here to get the stone collector. Also got our grass roller over here. And with the stones, I dump them in the concrete pad there, and I dump them into here and add water, and that's what gives me our lime. So I sort of make do with everything. Just some housing down here, and a little community centre in here. It's got a sales point, the sweet shop there. So we have a reason to come down here. It's not just built and forgotten about. We've got all these rural roads also up the top here. We've got dirt roads that run up over that way, up to that grass field, which is on top of the hill. And then we got our other fields. And we've also got these fields here, which that's going to be the cow one that you can see way down the furthest area away. So it's all going to be like really rural. A couple of house farms as well, a couple of different farms, not just not just my farm. This looks kind of cool going through here as well, with all the trees up. We get to the better spot just coming up here, sort of wind down the hill and does a crazy left here. I built the roads wide because I'm going to use like triple road trains on this map, and that's the whole idea of it. We'll open this up now and just get this ready to work. Oh, I did turn it off. I'm going to turn this guy around now. Just finish this piece of the paddock. And the cows will all be in that area where the stone collector is, and this will, whatever's left of this field will be grass. Which one was I using? I think it was this one. No, not that one. Not that one. Not that one. That's not it either. Where is it? There it is there. Cow barn large. So this is a cattle pen. You don't get milk out of here. It's purely cattle pen. So we're doing cattle and cows, and I'm just going to build it the way I usually build the cattle barns, realistic, and have some holding yards, some splitting fields, some holding pens. And yeah, it's just a shame I don't have a mod for pedestrians or for have other cars drive around, because I'd spend time and set all that up. But I'm on PS4 and this is FS22. There's no mod for console that allows you to put pedestrians in, let alone vehicles that drive around. So it'll end up being a lonely old map, but something that I enjoy anyway. Something that I like doing. And the other, I used that barn, and these ones are for the dairy girls. So I have two of them, and then in between it all I use this basic open cow pasture, and that sits in the middle, and you got your sticks, those brown sticks there. You can turn them off, they sink into the ground. So you can have this as like a pasture that all the cattle are hooked up to, and they can come in and out of the pasture as they please. So when they go for milking, they can walk back into the shed, and that's where the milk is collected. It just gives it a little bit more of a realistic kind of feel. And yeah. So it's probably, well, it is, but definitely the most intricate build I've done, especially when it comes to the road and the town planning. And I figured I'll just fix it up and get rid of some of that lag that was there, because there was a crazy bit of lag going on. And this mod here is really cool. It's part of Field Creator, and you got all the in-game plus a few mods. As you can see, there's pretty much everything there. What it does is it creates fields and then doesn't leave them in it. It ploughs and cultivates, and it's left in a cultivated state, as you can see. so it ploughs and cultivates at the same time, and it saves you many hours when you're building a map. It saves you an astronomical amount of time, especially when you're doing some pretty big fields, which I'll be doing over the far side of the map. This side of the map is mainly livestock and the town, as well as mostly residential, and a couple of sales points on Main Street. The other side of the map, the far side, over that way, that's going to be all really huge fields, all big working area, but really rural. I'll have to come back up for one extra run here, by the way. I was hoping to get away with just one more, but I'll send him on his way. Yeah, so that's what we got so far. That's the one we're working on. And this is Main Street here. I've cut it actually dead straight there. That's where the T intersection is. It comes back and around down to here. This is where all the forestry is. So that the town just goes up like that, across to there, down to here and back again. And then we've got one street that runs down here and turns into a dirt road, winds up through here. And these are the two little fields. That one's a small mediocre field, two little ones here. These are going to be just absolutely monster fields out here and up the top as well. So all that's yet to come. So right now I'm just working towards putting down the cattle field. And I'll turn this guy around and I'll show you where the pig farm's going to go. At the moment we have no animals down at all. It's just fields, a town and residential areas and a couple of river crossings and a few dirt roads that are unfinished. I'll send him up here. And so the piggery, if I can raise this camera up, piggery's going to go in here. This is going to be all the pig area for potatoes and sugar beets all through here. The pig pen's going to go down here. There's the pigs. That's the one we're going to put in, so I can pretty much build it myself the way I want it. And when it sits on top of these potatoes, you can do some nice painting around it that really makes it look like a pigsty. So I'll probably have to open up the potato field, make it, you know, a bit bigger in the shape that I want to do it, and then let them rot so that that field looks the same all the way through. And then when you build the pig pen and all the little bits and pieces to go with it, all the fencing and the gates and whatnot, it looks really good when you paint over withered potatoes. It gives it a more realistic look. That's him done. There's one of our triple road trains there. I've got these dirt roads set up really wide for those triple road trains. But the roads aren't finished yet. There's a lot more painting to go on them. It's mainly dirt in the middle. This is going to be all sloshy mud. I've got to get sand in there next to the dirt, both sides like this, and then that's going to be the border of the road. That's a bit too wide, but I'm sort of rushing it at the moment, so it's going to kind of look like that, and then it's going to be all the weeds along here. So if you go off the sort of centre of the road, it's going to slowly float away sort of downwards, and then this will be your main area. So just to give it more realism. Go up this way, done the road in such a way that because we go up such a steep hill, try to keep the tractors as flat as I can get them. Because mainly the road train will be using this road. Come down here, instead of coming up a real steep hill, we sort of just wrap around. So yeah, and just come along through here, and we'll have a couple of sales points and a factory up there on the hill. And just lots of things to build yet, but I've got to make money at the same time. I've already taken the 20 collectibles that you get on No Man's Land. That was $1 million. That's what helped me do the river and the river and the bridges and all that sort of stuff. So I'm going to have these two guys working down here and extend the piggery out and put some potatoes in. So I'll get this guy ready to extend out. Just have to come over a little bit more. I don't have to go a great deal much more wider. We'll leave him there. And this is my house at the moment. Just for now, I'm going to build a little residential spot here, a small farm, and just have wood sales go on up here. So I'm just using it as a house at the moment to sleep and do all that sort of stuff with. But it's going to be a wood sales area in the end. I've got stones and all that turned on, so I'll leave that up to the worker to do. Obviously it's an unrealistic stone collector. Something like 100 metres or something, could be 50, 25 each side. But yeah, it'll hold like 5 million litres or something like that. I'll just turn this guy around. We'll have to come up for another run. So that other field over there, that one's finished. And before I put the cows down, I'm going to put all the grass in first. So I'm building on top of planted grass instead of the in-game fluorescent garbage stuff. I don't really like the in-game. That grass you see on the right there, it's just too fluorescent. It looks woeful. So I prefer to have the cows and the cattle on real grass. And job done. Fold this away. Take it over to the big boys down here, and that's going to that mountain on the right there. It's going to be my gold mine area, so this will all be fenced off, and I'll turn this into a split level mine where you can drive down under the ground. and across a bridge over the top of like yeah, just a full mining area. I built one here before, but it wasn't exactly what I wanted. So I'll just leave this guy over here. That way I won't forget what I was up to. And I'll just leave him here. So if you use these sorts of things to build tracks and that through, it's kind of fun. It gives you different levels and up and down hills instead of just being flat. All the flat area on this map I've already built on, so there's no more flat area. It's just hills now, ups and downs and stuff like that. That's half the reason why I put the main street where I did here. It's coming along like pretty good together. I've got a track down there as well that leads into the main town. We've got the nice river there, and also a bridge down there which you have to get closer to it for it to render. Lots and lots of fencing to do yet, all ruralistic fencing. Couple of smaller fields just on the fringe of Main Street, all the town area here. Another little field there. The only way to access that is to come up and into here. Oh, to come up into here. So all the Main Street and all this town area, it's all got real gutters and driveways and stuff like that, so I try to get it as realistic as possible. So when you come in here, whatever field's here, you've got to cut your way through before the tractors can go in, because I play with damage on. And just a couple of little houses here. I do get some frame rate drops coming through here from time to time as well. A couple more houses, equestrian centre. Just in there you take the horses in. And this is the National Forest. Come up here, you can rent out these cabins, so when people bring their horses to the equestrian centre, they can. This has still got a lot of work to do, decorations and that to put on, but you can see the frame rates drop down a bit, and I've cut a whole bunch of trees out of here. Another cabin up here. This just goes around in a circle, all fenced in, and there's that field we just had a look at just there, and those houses. And it comes back around here, cabin there, another cabin here, and it branches off back to the entry and the car park, and then we come up this way as well. Another cabin here, just there. Oop. And then it splits off again into a third way, another cabin. And this is the end of it here. Little barbecue, picnicky sort of thing area. There's that other cabin we just had a look at. And then you got a barbecue area here as well. What? Oh, I didn't take that tree out properly. That's what that is. Looked like a rooster at first. and there's the shop. So it's just a small little national park kind of thing. I had like 2 or 3 times as many trees in here, but the FPS just dropped like down to basically nothing. It was horrible. So yeah, this is Main Street now. You've got all the signs, all the gutters, the speed limits. Got a nice sort of dam there, and you can see it's broken a bit here because it goes uphill, and you can't use the gutters unless it's on flat land, which is why I had to put the town where I did. And that's as high as I could go here, and you can see it chugging down and then it's flat again. So I put footpaths in. I had street lights running all the way through, but the FPS dropped down to hardly anything. So we've got McFushi's, the bakery here, the town centre, barbecue area here, the town pool, community centre. We've got a police station in there, the fire brigade in here. This is a little silo where I make my lime from stone and water. This is a grass field, runs all the way up to the end of the map up that way. And this shed here and the street lights, that's for the farmer who owns these 3 paddocks that we see just here. So a couple of dirt roads because we're out of the town now, we're on the outskirts. I'm not sure what I'm going to put in here. I'm going to put something in here. I don't know. I had a look at a few houses, but they didn't look right. We've got some units, blocks of units, just to give it a feeling of a little bit more realism that, you know, people are here. I just don't have a mod to have people walk around and have cars driving around, otherwise they most certainly would. That's a volleyball court, basketball court. I couldn't do a circle with the paint, so I had to do it the way it is, a little bit dodgy. And that there was broken because it's not quite flat, so that's what happens when you use these road markings. But on the flat they look pretty good. It sort of looks like real roads. You know, some dirt roads that run around the back here and up the hill into the country area, up to where my house is up there. And just some residential homes and a community area. So I had these street lights both sides of the roads all through Main Street as well, but the lag was just ridiculous, so I had to get rid of them. It's just a little community of a few houses together, and their kids can come down here and play. And we got a sales point here for a sweet shop and a bit of a cafe. So they can come in here, you know, just something different, just something a bit different. So right on the outskirts of the beginning of the farming land, there's a lot to do out here yet, and that's where the cattle farm is going to be, down on those 2 split fields down there. And there's just a couple of fields around. And just a nice road to drive down that's, you know, got different trees and stuff on it. Just to break the monotony of the flat map. Because a lot of this map is very, very flat. And then we can turn into here and head on back to Main Street. And well, to this farm area first. Or you can see the road's all broken up here now, so it's coming in, that's Main Street down there, leads to the shop. And this street here leads down to the equestrian centre and the national park. This is bale sales. This is the nursery. It's got a sales point here as well. The nursery, timber and all that here. Yeah, I'm just doing some gardens. I started working on this house with some decorations and put a car in and just make it look a bit realistic. They do their own veggies and all that stuff here. I've got to do all that yet. And yeah, I've only just started doing little bits and pieces of the detailing. I tried to make them all different to each other, so they weren't all exactly the same. Because I'm on console, I'm limited to slots. I've used 1,419 out of 2,600, and I don't have all the machinery I need yet, and I've still got a lot to build, so I'm just using the same houses, but just alternating them and just trying to make them look different from each other by doing different things to each property. But yeah, there's only this brown brick coloured house and this white rendered house. That's it, apart from the units. But you'll see down here they're all exactly the same as well. But I'm just trying to break it up, save slots. So they were 3 slots each. But once you lay one down, the next one you lay is 1 slot, the next one you lay is 1 slot, and continued. So the first of anything you put down is whatever slot it is, and then after that each continuance is 1 slot after it. So I've had to do that to try and save slots, my slot counts. So once your slot counts are out, that's it. There's no getting them back. You can have $1 trillion in the bank account and you can't buy any more slots. So got to be sort of wise. I've tried to make it as realistic as I can, but keep the slots down as well. So I put all the important things in to make it sort of realistic, and I think it's coming along fairly well. I just wish I could have cars drive around, like I said, and pedestrians walking, because oh man, that'd just be a game changer. So where are we? We're here. It's down to the community centre. It's the national park area. As you can see, there's a little bit of frame rate drop just through here as well. I was coming to get the cedars actually. Stop sign on each side of the road. I just tried to make this kind of realistic, and that's the drive-through up there, down the back of the Fushis. Everything in the service station works, all the fuel and the service centre in there. We'll just fuel up a little bit. I don't want to spend too much money, that'll do us. We've also got silage additive tank just there. Silage additive tank. We've got the little frame drops. Where's my... I know where it is. We've also got some alleyways here too, so if we go up here, got some dirt alleyways that run between the community centre and the houses and the blocks of units there. And that's the little farm shed for the farmer that's going to take these lands. So I've got to go and lay some grass down, so there's nothing on these fields at present. Take this down to the cows, get that all prepped. And it's left-hand drive, so I'm in Australia, so yeah, you drive on the left-hand side of the road. Get this one set up. because this field here is going to be where the cows are, so I want to put real grass down before I build, and then I can come back and use a small seeder and be able to sow some grass down in the bits and pieces of however the detailing is I want to do. I've got to fix the roads up and all that yet, but the main town's finished, and that's the main bit. I don't have to work on any of the roads in town, so that's all ready to go, and I'm just been branching out from there. Wouldn't you know it, coming the wrong way. Actually, I think the red one is the line. I'm sure this one's the line. Yeah, it is. So with all the fencing, I'm sort of going to run them about in line where the tractor is now. So when you go out in the countryside, the fences aren't directly on the edge of the road, they're back a little bit. So it's the kind of feel I want to try and emulate with this build. I'll get the worker under this. And I'll go and get our big red tractor. We'll pick up the other seeder, or the other planter actually, we're using a planter. It is going to be for the pigs, so yeah, I'm going to get to work on that pretty soon too. I'd also like to bring the road access down through here to enter the pig farm from this way. So yeah, between those two little hilly bits, I think it kind of look nice. So then my fencing stops just here, and that's our first silo on the map so far. That's it, that's the only one. Still a lot to go yet, a lot of work to do. So far I've spent almost 40 hours, 39 and a half hours. It's been a lot of work, so yeah, almost 40 real life hours to do just what you see now. It has taken so long. Trying to get the roads perfect, and that was the hardest bit. It was a real challenge. And then to get the gutters down, that was also quite difficult. And all on PlayStation 4. no PC mods, no anything like that. Just strictly painting tool and yeah, and a little bit of imagination to try and fill in the blanks where I can't do things. So yeah, lots and lots of fencing to do yet. Lots of everything to do really. Whoa, 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 whoa. You got to go careful with these planters, the Great Plains, especially with without jewels on, no jewel tyres. I got to get to that limer before he goes all the way down the end of the field, because that area down there is already done. So I don't want to waste money that I don't have to. And stop there, thanks. Just turn him around now and get the last run. have both of these guys seed at the same time. Bring the fertilizer back over as well. I can actually just go ahead and send him out to fertilise. The other tractor should be done very shortly, but all this section down here is already done. You are joking me. Alright, we'll have to wait till after we roll it. It's pretty cool up there, the way the road bends, goes up the hill. I like it anyway. And we'll start getting the grass down. The field to the right, that one there, it's going to be my silage. I'll be using corn more than likely. Oh, it's not going to let me. It's only grass, damn. That's the lime done. I think I'll sleep every March. I'll have to go and have one sleep, and then I'll be able to put the grass down. I'm playing this one strictly legit. I'll just get these guys ready to go and I'll go and have a quick sleep. Oh, you're kidding me. That's all set to go. I'll just do a save in case anything happens. We may see some growth in the trees. This should come up blue. And I actually walked in this house, yeah. There's no collision through that door, and I found my dog sitting inside it here. I don't know where he's gone. And now when I try and come back out, the collision comes back. Oh, we got out. Luckily, give him some food, and now we'll have a sleep. We should be able to put the grass down now. Hopefully. It's raining. Excellent. Yeah, first day. There you go, mate. Where you been? Hey? Good fella. Both grass, so that's cool. Let's get some grass down here. to just leave that there. Do I have a weight on this? No, I don't. I was going to follow the seeders along and get some fertiliser down, but this is only a medium tractor, and it'll tip it over, so oh, the leaves are starting to come back. It looks a lot better if I had one more sleep, but I won't because they're seeding now. All the elms and that, they're all starting to get their leaves back on them. So one more sleep, and even the birch trees, yeah, one more sleep and it'd all be nice and green. So yeah, hours and hours of work, almost 40 hours. Lots of detail. I just really enjoyed building this one. I've never done a main street before and put gutters and all that in. Even all the footpaths have got gutters. I missed that one. That one's got it. And that one's got it. I'm not too sure what to put in there. I've got to put something in there. And there's our roller. Probably use this guy to take the roller over there. So I'll go and grab that roller. And all this is going to be potato and sugar beets. Yeah, the roads aren't stone like this. I've got a lot more. I'm going to make them like real roads, real dirt roads. You know, little gullies and valleys in them, and weeds and yeah, all sorts of stuff. But that'll all come in time. The secret I found to building maps is, especially no man's land. It's just like do one section at a time. Just keep doing it, persist, and are we going to make that turn? We are, only just. It's way too heavy for this machine. So just like do one section at a time and get it completed, and branch out from where you've completed, instead of doing a little bit over there and a little bit over there, and yeah, otherwise you end up missing so many things. A whole bunch of fencing to go in around here as well. This might roll me over. Slow down a bit. It's a very heavy machine, this roller. And I'm going to keep that barn there, and going to continue on with the vines. Might even put some olives as well, a small patch of olives. So there's lots of things I really want to get done on this map. It just all takes time. Just drop that there. Jump on the big red here. Thank you for your service today. And I'll have to bring one of these back because there's going to be the smallest bit of ground between them that needs to be done. And there we go. A tiny bit of ground in between. And I'll get onto the black one. And when he's done, I'll take him away and I'll let the red worker keep finishing that bit. Okay, it's working out. So we've only got 2 grass fields down. I've got nothing in the rest of these fields here. But this is where all the big fields are going to go, all up here. And I mean, this is all mountain. Half of these from under the numbers to the top is just really steep mountain, so that's where the gold mine's going to be, and that's where the road's continuing around. It'll come, well, it'll actually cut down through here and back into town. So yeah, it actually cuts off here through town. So all that's just going to be probably 3 sort of pretty big fields and a couple of sales points up here. It's going to be pig area. The sheep will go around here somewhere. The chook's up the top. BGA is here already. Oh, BGA will be, so that road comes there. BGA will be here somewhere. And so it should be fun. It should be a fun little map to play on. Take this bloke away now. Let him just finish there. Boom. Yeah, I don't think it is corn season. Yeah, it's not. So we'll leave these here. Plant corn. That'll be my silage. And we'll have a cut-in road that's going to come through here. We'll use the track, the road maker, one that leaves tracks behind. That looks pretty good going down here. Get rid of these bushes. Have a divider fence as well. And the cattle will be like from about here down to near the beginning of the road there. Now it's seeded. I will grab the fertiliser. And I'll let him go on his own. We've already fertilised most of it, but I'm going to do it again anyway. So, yeah, just this bottom bit was done because that was the size of this field before. I actually had cattle up here first, and I really didn't like it. Didn't like it at all, so I changed it around. And just let this guy finish. Then I'll use the roller with him, roll these seeds in. And once that's done, I can have a sleep. and we'll see the grass grow, and then I can start building the actual farm. It's just about done, and thank you for your services. To run this Great Plains planter, the tractor really should have dual tyres on it. Should have, by rights. That's why it nearly tips over 99% of the time. Probably a lot to do with the speed that I travel around it as well. These are very fast tractors. It is on a 3-point hitch. It's even worse when you got it on the ball. Or we can actually move over a little bit. Should build about there. That little medium tractor there, that case, that's not powerful enough to pull this, unfortunately. My bad there. That's better. This has been rolled, so it won't come up as this section was already rolled. Oh, well, here you go. I've rolled this grass field 100 times, so it just doesn't register. We've dropped under 700,000. Need to make some money. I was actually meant to play it on +5, but when I was building I put it down to just 1 times. the speed. It's very hard to build when it's night time. Giant Software recommend playing at least ×5 speed for realism, they call it, to make the day go a bit faster. But I reckon ×8 or ×10 is more realistic. Alrighty, fertilisation done. March, April, May, June, July. I think I can't put any corn in until July. Where is it? Oh, April. Oh boy, not until April. So the only silage I'm going to get is grass silage. Sunflower. March, April. Damn. I've got to fix this field up as well. I can't handle it being dodgy like that. If I'm going to spend so long on a map, everything's got to be, it's got to be right. It's got to be done right. So I could get the plough out and all that stuff, or I can tidy it up by hand, which is the harder way, the faster way, but the harder way. You make a mistake. Painting's so easy. The rest of that's fine. Usually I'd go through and put the meadow grass a line of it, but I'm not going to bother with that. And this is so I'll probably bring some olives next to this one, but I only want to keep it real little. I'll probably get rid of half of that, just have it as something a bit different to do. Where's old mate? Oh, he's finally made it up here and he's done a turn and he's on his way back. Good job, old mate. Oh, he's gone. He said no, I'm going home. He's going home. Took his wage and I bet, well, he's gone to the pub, hasn't he? That's where he's gone. At least he lined it up, I guess. He's just taking himself to the pub. Oh, fuel's almost out. Almost out of fuel. I'll have to get him over to the shop. I'm going to bring the other tractor up. This is where the road trains are going to park, between the road and the field there, and then all the dairy cattle will be on that field from about here all the way down. It should look good. I'm just going to do a swapsies though because this guy needs fuel. I'll take him. He's got plenty. right hand side and that there, and then have it pull down around here. So I'm going to make sure I do all of that sort of stuff. All the fencing and just get it as realistic looking as I possibly can. That did not work out the way it should have. What are you talking about? There's a field here, damn it. There we go, now we've gone to it. I can't do much else except wait for him to do 2 more runs, so 11 AM the rain should be gone, and then we'll put a fertilisation stake down as well. What else can we do in the meantime? That's my tree planter. That's my tree eater. I don't think we need him anymore. I think we'll sell that. It'll give us a few more bucks. And back up 823. I don't need to sell that anymore. I shouldn't need to sell any more implements is what I meant. That medium tractor, there's no way in the world it would have pulled this machine here. It's no way. Steering column. Why don't we get in any closer? Alright, let's see if he turns around. Please do. Let's see what he does. No Man's Land has an issue with workers. A lot of the time they can't find the field, they get lost, they end up on a different field to what you're starting with, so you've got to always keep your eye on them. They really are nut jobs. Oh, that was a terrible lineup, son. Absolutely terrible. Finished his task, eh? I don't think so. There we go. I had to send him off again because he's like, yeah, no, it's done. But it wasn't done, and I've missed a strip here, but I don't care. Doesn't matter. Only a slight sliver. Have a look on the map. How much did it miss by? Oh my god. Oh, no. Well, the game says he got it, so I'm happy with that. Come down the other side. I know it's not the most riveting of live streams, but it's got to be done. All part of the job. Go to the service station. The houses, the little farm, community centre. Take the dirt road up here. Bit of frame drop happening there. I think because I've got too many birch trees here, I might take every second one out. That might help clear it up a little bit. Frame drop. Fuel her up, please. Oh dear. There we go, it's fueling up. Unleaded, 0.69. Huh. Hasn't been that cheap since before the days of COVID. It's like 3 times that now. Alright, we'll take old mate back. Playgrounds and stuff like that to put in these houses. Some fruit and veg and stuff like that to go in. That's our dirt road. It takes us up to the grass field on the left. Just here. Wrap around where I've got my house at the moment, but I'm not going to stay up here. I'm going to remove the sleeping trigger and move it somewhere else. see old mate turn around. He'll probably stop working as well, more than likely. Oh, you're kidding me. It'll let me get another state. Oh, he's going to continue. That's pretty cool. Boy, that's close. When he gets up the end here, I'll go for a sleep. We should have some grass, and then we can see about getting some cattle in. They've done some really good detail in some of their models. Absolutely fantastic. Oh, where's he gone? Oh no. Oh no, he's doing alright. Oh, it still stayed at that stage. That's a nightmare. Only bits and pieces. It'll be a low yield for its first time. I may have to actually use a plough, even though the ones I use are plough and cultivate, leaves it in a cultivation state. I think I'll have to plough it and redo it all sometime later, but I'm not in no rush to do that just yet. You better not hit that, old mate. Yep, thank you. And we'll pack this away. Ready for our cornfield. Just pop this over this way. Actually, I've got to start it from this side of the field, otherwise he can reach out and hit our grass field, which will kill all our grass, which I really don't want to do. We'll move the road train as well. Waiting for stones. That line's way too heavy for this little tractor, that's why I didn't bring it. But I do know we're going to go onto this pig area, and we'll be getting that going fairly soon, so I'll take this tractor back there. It's just over that way. Lots of work to do yet. One side of the river to come down around and cross the river again. Now this road's going to continue up. At the moment it's a dead end, so I haven't bought the fields up there yet. Narrow bridge. Doesn't render from the other bridge there. Doesn't render in. And this takes us into the piggery. That takes us under the bridge back into town as a shortcut. So that that'll all be part of this pig farm here. Oh dear. Righto, fair enough. Two-stage field. Maybe these guys will start seeding as soon as we wake up. Take them up here. Do a save here. I may have to do a few sleeps. Oh, one sleep. Just the one sleep. We got that done just in time. Make it 8 o'clock. see how we go. Where's my grass? Here it comes, a little bit late. Alright, now we can at least get the silage planted, or the corn, but it's going to be corn silage. And then we'll have grass silage as well. Corn and corn. No mistakes were made. Alright. Hey. Was this one? This one's for cattle, i.e. the males, the bulls. And where they come in and out of, down there on the right, just near the demolish sign, I want to make sure I leave enough room where I can make some pens, and I need it to be flat as well. So it's a flat 60 across here, which means it's all flat. As we go up there a little bit, I don't want it to punch down on the ground, so we're going to have to keep it in. May have to redesign this one slightly different. Or we move the cattle somewhere else and just have the dairy cows here. I can't remember which one. Yeah, it's not that one, it's not that, not that. Yeah, that's not it. I don't like barns like that. I like open barns. Half of that. I think it's this one. That one's not too bad. That'll hold 60. That one's better. That one's... why is that one sectioned off? I don't like that too much. That one's much better. These are the ones we're going to use. And... so that's the back of it. And that's the front. Just make sure it's lined up first. Maybe I should take them up the far end. Have a look at them up this end. Still 58,000, it's still flat. Oh, got a little rough spot in there, that's alright. I'm thinking up here, so I can have the entryway run down the middle of those two. I'll turn this around. Oh geez, got a bit of a cold, sore throat. And it's pretty good there. We need a little bit of room out the back. Position this well. Alright. The cow farm pack. Now we'll use this one in the middle. Alright. I'll get this squared up first. And where the posts are, I don't want to build inside those posts because that's the open pasture. So I don't want to have it up here because I want to make sure that I can bring the cows out or leave these gates open and let them out into the pasture. So I've got to leave some room for them to do that. Without impeding on. I think there's pretty good. Just in the nick of time as well. And now you'll see I'll put the exact same barn down again, this one, which is that one, and now it's one slot. So before it was 16, now it's one slot. So 17 slots, I've got 2 of them. I've got to turn it around this way. And we have a distance of 1.5 shed spaces. And there. I'll try and hold it in place there. Sure I've got enough room. That's pretty much right, I think. So there we go. So these gates will be open. I might be able to get the bulls here. Let's have a look. Which one did I use for bulls? That one. And it's flat there as well, so I want to get this kind of centered and make sure there's enough room out the back where I can do some gating, and there is, and just enough room to put some trail through that way. So these are bulls. We've got the girls here. We've got the girls here, and this is just open pasture. So I've got a herdsman stick. All the girls that are out here, I can move them back into the sheds, and then I can bring the bulls out and let them come out in the pasture. I can share it around, and that way it always gives this pasture out here before these 4 posts. You go in here and you hit that button right there, and those posts sink into the ground. Yes. I should have known that was going to happen. I actually did, but I chose to concentrate on the pen up there. Is he going to turn around? Yep, he's going to turn around. So I get this set now for sugar beets. I'll fold him up. Don't you miss a spot, fella. I'll come back and haunt you. And we're just going to take this up and over here just to get it ready in this area. So we'll be having pigs over here. We'll just leave him there. Road trains will be over here somewhere. It'll be a big truck yard here, like all different types of trucks and trailers, all triples, some road trains and others triples. So that's the basic shell. From there it's all up to detailing, cutting in tracks, fencing, gates. Could put a dam here as well. Could put a dam out here, and you don't have to fence it from post to post. I can fence it like just say straight out here, and then make it curve around the back of the pond, the little dam I'm going to put in here, and bring the fences out here, and then take it up to there, put a swinging gate in here, have this side where you can curve the fence out and around, where the girls can come in for their milking at night, and then they can go back out in the day, and the bulls will need the same, but they go from here, from the back. So it's always a little bit of tinkering around, trying to make these two blend in together well, but I'm not going to do that today. It's going to be in the next live stream, but that's the basic setup. And that way, when you do come down, there's cows in here, there's cows out in the pasture, there's cows in here, and there's bulls in here, and it just looks and feels like, you know, if you do it right with the fencing, trees, put a dam in, or a large pond, you can really get it looking like it's meant to be. So old mate here's finished. I always miss it by one. There we go. And that there is going to be turned into a gold mine, that hill there. But I need about 2.5 million in the bank, probably a little bit more. But it's all coming together, bits and pieces. I try not to do too much at once. So yeah, I'll come back on the next live stream. We'll complete that cow and cattle pen down there. This is a completely different map to the other live streams. I've got 4 maps on the run at the same time. 4 at the same time, so there's 4 different builds, 4 different ways that I'm doing things, and this one has worked out a lot better because I've taken so much time getting the main street right, all the gutters, you know, planted all the trees. I've put a lot of thought into the planning of that one that we just seen. I've got other ones here. I've got a cattle ranch, which is just beef cattle. I've got a country town, Australia, which is a pretty amazing map, but there's no square fields. I'll have a look at that one at another time. And that's the one we're on. We're on rural town. That's the one we're on now. And that's the other ones I've done live streaming on. So I put only 23 hours into that one. This one's 40.5 hours. Country town, Australia, 46.25 hours. That's probably the best fields I've ever done in my life on that one. It's pretty amazing. Oh, don't, I can't. I've got to shut it down, guys. I'll come back with another live stream. My apologies.